Hello everyone, Kara back, and I'm recording this the same day as the first one. This is the second one. And, yeah. I was mainly talking about, like, the, storyline of, like, the Murder of Me. And, if you're all wondering if Sonic, Shadow, and Silver actually got help in their mission to destroy Xylo, they did. They went to Paradise and, got help by Miss Soul. And Paradise is technically heaven. So, yeah. And a lot of you actually would think that, like, what happened to all three of them was actually really sad. It really is, actually. Like, Sonic can barely run, and if he does, it'll be super painful. Like, even if he attacks, like his spin attack, it would be very painful for him. Shadow got trauma, like, a lot of drama. And he has, like, somewhat of a scarred past. And same thing for Silver. But for Silver, which is hard for him to just survive. For Shadow, it was torture. For Sonic, it was forced labor. So yeah, it's like really sad for them. Each of their stories are really sad. How do I get up there? How do I do this? Oh, okay. So like each of their stories individually are very sad. And like I said, like in a separate comic, to where Celios, or like a lookalike of Shadow, at least according to Frisk, told Silver to kill Sonic. When she told me that it was a look-alike of Shadow, I was like, that's most likely Celios. I'm just thinking of that right in my head immediately. Like, that's most likely Celios. But if you're wondering on how Silver was able to, like, eat and digest, they're linked in a way to where they could eat for each other, actually. So, I mean, Sonic just had to eat more for Silver to technically have food. And they can't actually hear each other's thoughts, but they're only able to once they got to Paradise, once when they met Xylo. So yeah. And you're gonna get glitches in this one. I'm terribly sorry, so that this thing's starting to get hot out of this. So yeah, ugh. Oh, come on. And even if I did a crouch along the way, he'll still hear me, just so you know. And if I turn on my lighter, he'll most likely smell me. So he's blind, and all your other senses become better in a way. And like I was saying, like if you actually look at it and like compare it to all the other Sonic shows, and like if you actually compare it to like Shadow's game, I haven't played it, but I have actually seen some clips of like the cutscenes and stuff, like songs and stuff, because like people actually use those cutscenes to make songs and stuff, which is actually really cool. Oh, there's the kid. You can actually kind of tell where they got Shadow Story and then they just mixed a lot of stuff. Oh, there's a kid in that cage. Look, you could kind of guess where they got his story. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a kid in there. I just had to say that, okay? Anyways, you could kind of guess where they got his story. But, he didn't know Maria. He didn't know, Gerald, which is his creator's name, Gerald Robotnik, just so you all know. He was just put in a lab. That was it. then he was constantly tested on. If you go into, like, if you want to know what I'm going to be talking about, go on, like, this search for YouTube and look up the Xylo Cave white coats, and then that will technically tell you a tiny bit more about his story, what's his storyline aspect. And he did actually know about the outside, but he just had a little drawing on the wall, like a tree in the sun. Wasn't that well done, but he hasn't seen the outside in a very long time, and it was just going off what he heard. And he was really young at that time. Like, it looked like he was 5. Don't grab me. There. So yeah, then, like, it really depends, actually. Do I have anything here that can make noise? I have a shoe. That'll work. So yeah, look that up, and you could actually see a story somewhat. So yeah. Oh, the door closed. So yeah, you can see some of his story then. For Sonic, it's kind of like straightforward. Captured, forced labor, and they shot his feet so he wasn't able to run. Run. Run, don't slide, don't slide. There you go. Yeah, I was crouching, so it made me go slower. So yeah. It was actually kind of annoying for them to be stuck in each other's heads, though, and it was actually, like, the most funny part. She's gonna fall down here, just so you all know. So, yeah. Their stories individually is actually really sad, and Hephaestus was the first to be corrupted. Like, I'm going to actually tell you a bit about them right now, since I just mentioned it. Hephaestus got corrupted twice. The first time, he almost killed, Cilios, but Xylo, sorry. Xylo stopped it. Like, stopped him from killing him. And then, later on, probably like a few years or something, I don't know, they don't exactly have time. But, later on, he gets corrupted again, but this time he goes after Xylo. And, Xylo gets corrupted and kills, Hephaestus. And that was more like greed, so that they created sin, and that's how they got corrupted. And since that, Xylo wanted more power, he went after Cilios. That's, like, pretty much what happened. I think I mentioned that in the first episode. Maybe, like, the people who are just watching this one, so you guys know what I'm talking about. And, that's in the Murder of Me comics by, the Xylo Cave. I loved them. I haven't watched all of them, but just watching the first, like, 5, actually, I already got onto the storyline. I'm like, okay, this made this happen, and this and this. So, yeah. I'm going to tell you, like, the aspects so I don't have to take so long telling it. So, Sonic was being, like, forced labor to be a compromiser for the humans and his kind. By the humans. And he was there for about, like, something years. Like, if I remember right, it was 12. I can't exactly remember right. But I'm guessing they got that from, the comic, A Dozen Years. You can find it on YouTube. Just look it up. A Dozen Years Sonic. Like, Sonic the Hedgehog, A Dozen Years comic. Either way, you'll find the same thing. That's a way to find it. I'm guessing that that's where they got it from. And for them to keep Sonic from running away, or from constantly running away, that they shout his feet. So it was actually really hard for him to get away. And in fact, even run in general. Oh, come on. So yeah, it was like really hard for him to get away, and that actually made it really hard for him to fight. But when he got to Paradise, which was technically heaven, they patched it up to where it won't hurt as badly. And when they got to Angel Island to see if the Master Emerald was there, when Silver came along, and same thing for Shadow, and Silver was technically in the future, Xylo just kicked him to the past, sort of. At least for Sonic and Shadow's time. Just kicked them there. They went to Angel Island. Silver saw that Shadow was in... Well, both of them saw that Sonic was in pain. So that Xylo... Sorry. Xylo and Silver look a lot alike, so... Yeah. Silver knew how to heal using his powers, so he tried to heal him. But they've been hurt for so long, and they've been doing it quite a lot, to the point where he wasn't able to heal it, so that he was only know how to heal scratches, not that bad of an injury. So he apologized, saying that I can't do anything, and Sonic understood. He's like, it's fine, I'm actually starting to get used to this. Like, I've had to deal with it for so long. I got used to it, actually. So, it just took him a while to stand up and start moving again. At least that, they were patient with him, so that they knew he was hurt. But, Xylo destroyed the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emeralds, and they saw it happen. And that's actually why they had like a bunch of chaos going on, and I actually say more. So, yeah. Just seeing what that'll do. What am I supposed to do? Are you just being stupid right now? Oh, yes, I am. Okay, time to get some out to push this. Yep, there we go. So, there's a bunch of chaos going on. So, Xylo is technically just, wreaking havoc by using the Chaos Emeralds and, like, messing them up and kind of destroying them, so that he did technically create them, because of Hephis. So, I mean, he knows how to destroy them, he knows how they work, he knows how valuable they are. So, yeah, he knows what to do. So he's able to destroy them whenever he wants, so he technically made the Mugeisha. Die! Sorry, I'm in Genesis, after all. So it actually, like, really, so yeah, that happened. And all three of them were, like, really surprised. They're like, he destroyed a Chaos Emerald and a Master Emerald. How did he do that? They were all, like, stunned from that. Well, for me, I would just, like, I was too, but once I actually, like, understood. Oh, sorry. I kind of understood more for, like, his role, like, he fisted, and so that they're the creators, they're the gods. Yeah, I understood, like, wait, he's able to destroy it, because he technically made it! Damn it. So yeah, that actually makes quite a bit of sense if you actually think about it. Like, he made it, he's able to destroy it. That makes a lot of sense, actually. So, yeah. Then when that happened, then they all went up to Xylo, or at least Silver did first to try freezing him. That didn't work because he was too weak. Sonic went out to go to his aid, and then Shadow was just like, meh, they're there, why not? And Xylo even knew that they were there. So Shadow was just like, whatever, he already knows. Duh. Anyways, he has told us to surround them. And, well, that's when they first used Hip's power, so that Xylo technically left or went somewhere else. And then, they used Hip's power for the first time. And they actually had the same mark as him, like, right by their eye, like, underneath it, like, right where their face is. Like, what's in, like, their eye at the edges meet. That's where they had, like, a little symbol marking thing. Oh, come on. I'm showing that, well, they're sons. So, yeah. They were fighting for a bit, and man, was it amazing. Like, their powers were technically their replacement for the Chaos Emerald's energy. Like, you know how Shadow uses Chaos energy to use its attacks, like the Chaos Cannon, which is technically a gun, the Chaos Spear, Chaos Blast. Now it's just his normal stamina that's doing that instead of his energy combined with the Chaos Emerald's energy. So, yeah. Since he now has to deal with his own stamina being able to power that. Anyways, then their own stamina had to do it, and Sonic actually got like these really cool like blades that went like on the back of his hand. Those were actually kind of cool. Silver's powers got increased by a really big and significant amount, to where he was technically already on Xylo's level. To where if they just used it now and just didn't care, they could just kill Xylo instantly, but they didn't. So once they got to a certain point, they kind of like ran out of power and like, oh, what do we do now? They didn't exactly know how to control it, and that was their first time doing it. So technically, that's understandable. Okay, that's understandable. So then, I forgot what the characters' names were, but they had to like open up Paradise since they missed so long to wait, but they weren't waiting. That means they were like, nope, not waiting. Get them now before he kills them. I don't blame them. I would most likely do the same thing. I forgot to hold button to grab. Anyways, Xylo showed up once they were down, and like one of them actually came out. And fun fact, they're the characters from the sequel to Sonic Underground. Pretty cool. I forgot what their names were, but I think the girl's name was like the one that had like that was partly mechanical, like partly roboticized is what it was called, if I remember correctly. I can't remember, but her and I think it was brother. I can't remember exactly correctly because it's been a while since I've actually seen the Murder Me comics. But yeah. He came down while she took care of Sonic, Shadow, Silver. Xylo confronted him and gave him like little power controllers to where like they control your powers technically, like even it out and help you control it. He gave those to him so that they were in his cave. After all, they were in his house from his brothers. So yeah. Since that he knew he was going to be defeated, so he's playing it like a game. So see what just happened is fun, technically. Like, you need this anyways. I don't want them in my house. And truly enough, he was confused, and I would be too, but I would kind of be like, well, you're helping us? I'm okay. I'm not going to ask. You're helping us. So then this must be like 2 ways for you. And you kind of gotta remember, Xylo was technically split in 2 parts when he got corrupted. If you knew what to do, you could show his good side. But, if you didn't exactly know what to do, you would have him in his bad side, which is his corrupted side, which is the way he was now. And this way he is now. So, yeah. Come on, clocks. There we go. So, yeah, you had to deal with that. But that was technically like his good side taking over for a bit and just like convincing him. So then he was like, fine. So then you gave it to him. And that's when Sonic got like a little bit more patched up. But it still was painful for him to run. Kind of like for me. Like, it's actually just painful to walk around in general if I don't have shoes on. Don't exactly know why, but that's the way it is. So yeah. I feel his pain. I feel Sonic's pain more ways than one. No. There you are. Come here, I'll give you a hug. I want the Xylo Cave to play this, actually. And I also want them to finish the Alien Isolation series. I don't know if they were done or not. I'm pretty sure that they weren't done. It's like the way it was, like where they left off, it kind of seemed like a cliffhanger, sort of. Ooh, that's a big drop. Oh, candle. Yeah, like where they left off, kind of seemed like there was more to it, no matter what. Like there was a second game or something, I don't know. But where they left off, it seemed like there was more to do. There's more needing to go on. Hey, this thing actually plays. Well, I knew that, but I just wanted to put. Anyways, yeah. Like, once you get on with that, then they're technically just, like, doing missions from his soul, which is one of the gods that, he was made, and they knew him, and they knew how valuable they were, and, they actually all, and, Hephis, not Hephis, bleh, he was dead, why did I say that? Sorry, I'm not exactly thinking straight, because I'm trying to focus on this and also try to tell you about it. I can tell you about them. Sonic, Shadows, and Silver. It's I could actually easily miscall them by their counterpart or god. At least they're god look-alike. That's why I accidentally called Sonic Kefis. Yeah. Anyways, Sonic, Shadow, and Silver had to share a room. And, their bed was, like, however they wanted it to be, like, however they wished for it to be. Like, for Sonic, it was his, race car bed for when he was a child. For Silver, it was a soft bed. For Shadow, it was just a cot. Like, if you ever go camping and you, like, you had, like, these little cots and then you have a sleeping bag on them. Like, the cot's just so you don't have to sleep on the ground. That's technically what Shadow had, is because that's what he was used to. So I mean, he was just stuck with what it was used to, so that he didn't know anything else. He technically didn't know like the comparison between like a hard and soft bed, firm and soft technically. He didn't know that comparison. Simon Shadow didn't really know anything about it. So that means like he was just stuck with what it was used to, just caught. Which seems kind of sad if you think about it. But he didn't know anything else. It was what he was used to. So I mean, you can't really blame him for that. You just have to blame the people that technically raised him, if you want to say it like that. So yeah. It all comes down to like how you see it and the aspect you think of it as. Like, I'm saying it as the way that I believe it and think of it as. That's the way that I'm saying it. Like, I'm saying it the way how I see it, how I know it. And kind of saying like general aspect of how other people would think of think of it as. That's technically the way that I'm saying it. I try to make it so that close to anyone could understand. So yeah. Hang on a minute. Do you try and do this? I know I'm able to throw. Yeah, jump slash throw is B. I was holding B. I'm just getting rid of these. I'm really getting them confused, aren't I? So yeah. Oh, don't mind the dog. Like I said, it kind of comes down to how you see it. Cause like everyone sees it differently. And Xylo kind of plays both roles as the bad guy and the good guy. Since that, well, he still has a good side and he does show it once in a while, but he doesn't like to. Oh, come on. Well, he's mostly mad all the time and corrupted by sin. So yeah. Like, he plays both roles. Sonic comes corrupted later on in the comics. That's probably one of the reasons why that Stelios told Silver to kill Sonic. So yeah. Has anyone actually seen the Sonic movie? I'm just questioning. Cause I'm also trying to compare it to that, like look at it somewhat through that way. Like I'm also trying to compare it to like several other ways, like other Sonic stories, like Sonic storylines. And for people that just seen the Sonic movie, and people that like drove him out. This is like completely not related. I'm just saying this. Apparently, it shows that Sonic was born and actually extremely young when the echidna population was still up. But then you watch Sonic X, and it turns out that they've been gone longer than he's been alive. So it technically really comes down to how you look at everything. Like, I'm trying to have all the other storylines and figure out which ones they grabbed it from to make Xylo Cave. Well, not Xylo Cave, I mean Murder on Me. Nope. But yeah, you kind of get what I'm saying. Like, I've been trying to watch every single Sonic show and trying to play every single Sonic game to kind of understand what they're doing, to how they make it. To where like like I said, like in the first one, to where they took the aspect of Sonic having siblings from Sonic Underground, which in his siblings were Manic and Sonia. Manic is his brother, Sonia is his sister, and that's from Sonic Underground. In Sonic Underground, he's a prince, so technically he's a royal. And a god is technically a royal, right? So they're taking that from, like, Sonic being technically a royal and being kind of like famous, popular, sort of, but, and also having siblings. So, technically, the sibling aspect they got from, Sonic Underground. Come on, get to the TV. Come on, get running, kid. Don't tell me to light that candle. If I get back to it, I'll get back to it. So yeah, like they got the sibling aspect from that. Being all known through the prophecy, I'm guessing that's where they got that too. Yeah, like they got it from Sonic Underground as well. What else did I get from it? The sibling, the all-knowing, and the royal. Yeah, royalty. Like, if you think about it, if you compare, like, gods to royalty, you actually really can. Since that, well, the way that they are. Like, gods are treated really well, just like royalty. So, yeah. If you actually look at Paradise, it's kind of like a giant castle. So, yeah. I gotta get this thing to the other side anyways. That's kind of like where they got it. At least that's what I'm guessing. I don't know if that's true or not. And like someone leaves them a link to like these kind of videos and they actually do confirm what I'm saying, then that would actually be like really cool and like really nice. Since like my theories and my guesses are correct. Because these are just my theories from what I've been collecting for like a year, for like a few years or so. So I've known the Xylo Cave for some time. I think like a year or two. I can't remember. But to where if you compare it to like Dan TDM, I've been watching them ever since I was like really young. Captain Sauce is like kind of new. I've only been watching them for about like a quarter of a year, which is like a few months. For Raptors, it's been close to a year now since I started watching them, closer to like October. So yeah, more like Xylo Cave has been like a few, like I've actually, like when I started watching Raptors is when I found Xylo Cave, so that it was recommended, and I was like, this looks cool, why not? And then when they said that they had comics kind of describing their story, like the storyline throughout everything, I was like, oh, really? That's kind of cool. So then that's when that's when I started watching more Me comics, but I didn't watch all of them. So then it's not exactly the way like storyline I liked, and would actually be really cool is if they could actually publish it and make it look in real. Like, if you look at normal comic books, kind of like that, pretty much. This is that I do have a Simpsons comic book, and I believe 2 Teen Titans ones, but they're really old and kind of beat up. But the Simpsons one is not really. That thing's still in its bag. I've always put it in there all the time. Like, just to keep it safe, since that, well, even though it's technically used, it will still be worth quite a bit, considering how long Simpsons has been out. And their comics I haven't really been able to find that easily. But also, if the Xylo Cave can actually get merch and stuff like that, I would be really, really thankful. But they don't have any merch yet, like a Xylo plush or something. That would make me really happy, like little figurines or like tiny little statue thing, or like tiny little jewelry pieces, like little necklaces of like Sonic's power controller, and same thing for Shadow and Silver. Great. I'm supposed to run to that. Just waiting to see if we could stop and duke them. So yeah. Like, if anyone were watching this, I would actually really enjoy that. Like, actually finding merch and stuff to where I can actually buy it, because I totally will, and I'm probably going to have, like, an entire shelf or bookcase-like thing filled of stuff I'm able to buy from them. From, like, the comics to the plushes and probably, like, clothing. Like, I absolutely won't care if it's not even that good looking. I would still buy it. Since that I'm a Sega fan. I've always been a Sega fan. I'm actually a huge Sega fan, actually. Okay, this is the boss fight. So I've been with Sonic, because I like the Sonic franchise, which is Sega. I've been watching it for a very long time now. Like, it's kind of ridiculous for how long I've been watching. I mean, I have a Sonic and Shadow plush. The Shadow one's still somewhat new, but I don't really care. Haha. Its arm's going to twitch a bit. Hang on. Sonic's still alive, right? Right? Hehehe. What's wrong with your arms? That's kinda gross. That's kinda gross. It's a kinda, not exactly. Like having a severed arm or leg, still alive. Just weird, but also gross at the same time. Yeah, in case you're able to see that. Somewhat barely. Like the screen I'm looking through is like really clear. So yeah. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's just like kind of cool. And like unbelievable to how much of a Sonic fan I am. I mean, I still have Sonic Dash 2, the Boom version on my phone. I still have that. And I played a Sonic Unfair, Sonic XL, and also when I was younger and didn't even have like a phone yet or an iPad. I used those with my parents, and I used to use one of those, and they always had like a Sonic game on there. One was like a cool endless runner to where you also had boss fights. Which was actually like really really cool. And I like one of those really old 8-bit ones. I've been attached to Sonic for a very long time, to where Murder on Me is like really like cool to me, to where that if they make a new character, I will try to find them no matter what. Oh yeah, this is the part with the chefs, I believe. Yep, the chefs. So there's one of them. Yep, there we go. Yeah, like for most people that are like Sonic fans, they're always like wondering like how am I such a big fan of it, and how long I've known it, and I've been like probably ever since I learned how to play the games. So the first Sonic game I played was an 8-bit one, which was like one of the first few. But at that time, Sonic already had like that endless runner that I mentioned. And Shadow didn't even have a game at that time. Oh, this is where you eat the rat. Yeah, I've seen people play this game. Like I said, I've seen Raptors play this in Sonic. I don't know, Sonic. I've seen Raptors and Dan play this. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I'd also have Cuphead. I'm just going to have to move my entire set there. So this, like, if someone's comic gets enough likes telling me to play Cuphead, I might do it. So yeah. There actually is like quite a lot that I know about the characters. Like for Tails, a flying two-tailed fox. Never found his place, but Sonic took him in. Said he was technically different just like him. But while in the Sonic movie, he's only heard of him. And so he thinks that like his abilities and how he is so cool, to where he found him, was trying to find him. And the thing is that like even though you can't tell where he's coming from, attach it to where you first find him in the game, which is the Green Hill Zone. And that's technically the island that Sonic was riding around in. That's what it was. That's technically where he came from, the Green Hill Zone. Or at least that's what it looked like. If they actually look back at it, like if I can actually look back at it at the perfect time, it might be somewhere else. Like, it could be Angel Island. It could be anywhere. It could be anywhere else. But I'm just guessing that's the Green Hill Zone. Since that, well, that's where you find him. That's where he'll most likely be, the Green Hill Zone. So yeah. And what I did not get for the Sonic movie is that you had the entire Echidna group, like the entire clan and everything, like all of them. which is pretty much Knuckles' ancestors. And then if you look at Sonic Underground and its sequel, and then the game, when Sonic was fairly young, the echidnas were already mostly wiped out. Which is like the really sad part. Since they they tried to show them when I was younger, they were still thriving and alive, but then what killed them was Chaos, which is the entity that's trapped inside a Master Emerald, which is what you learn and find out in Sonic X. I can't remember what chef that guy is. I can't remember its name. Yeah, I'm probably gonna say it later. So yeah, you learn that the echidnas get wiped out from Chaos, which is the entity trapped in the Master Emerald, along with one other echidna, which means that the echidnas can be repopulated. But then once you watch Sonic Boom, they actually don't mention Angel Island or the Master Emerald. I think they did mention it once. I can't remember. I can't remember the last time that they mentioned it, or if they did at all. But if you want to know what I'm talking about, it's because Knuckles is the last echidna and the guardian of the Master Emerald. But in Sonic Boom, he's with everyone else. So where is Angel Island and where's the Master Emerald? Well, I don't exactly know. That's the thing. Which is kind of weird, so that I don't mention it or anything, to the true Sonic fans would always question, where's the Master Emerald, where's Angel Island, why doesn't Knuckles stay there, all of that. Why isn't he there? Why isn't he protecting what he swore to protect? I know I'm kind of going on a tangent about this, but it's the main questions that people always ask about it. Since that, it's really hard to tell actually. You don't know where it is, they don't mention it. And for people that actually make cute little comics that I truly love, that Christmas one where all the Sonic characters are together, and even Knuckles was there, and Sonic just asked, "Wait, aren't you supposed to be protecting the Master?" And I'm like, don't worry, they pick a trap. I have a way to protect it. Rouge went over, and there was a sign that said, "Lick me, I'm delicious," on the Master Emerald, and it was cold, and the Master Emerald is technically a crystal made of glass. So then her tongue got stuck. That was hilarious, actually. That was so funny. And I can't really stop thinking about it because it's so hilarious. And whenever people mention it, since they've seen it, and I'm always like, oh yeah, that was so funny. Especially having a bigger version of Knuckles with his tongue stuck on it along with Rouge, and she just looks at him like, why are you here? It was so funny. There was a lot, and the thing is that they also had one when Silver was there, but he had a little trailer home. Is that I wasn't to clean or anything. And the thing is, you actually kind of would expect that, since that, one, he's always gone doing something else. 2, he barely has time to do it. 3, he doesn't exactly know how, since he's always on the move. It's being clean and everything isn't really one of his strong suits. So that, well, he just runs around, does his own thing, and tries to do whatever he can. I'm guessing that his time got fixed through those comics. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Let that thing I fell. Okay. I'm waiting for him to move, just so you know. I'm saying, like, it wasn't exactly too well, but for him, everyone struggled. He did do his best to try and make it a good Christmas. And for that one, like for those kind of comics, they went based off the Sonic Underground story technically, and just added the characters, which I could actually understand, and I think that actually is kind of cool. And if you're wondering how I know and how I'm pretty confident that it's technically the Sonic Underground story, they had Manic and Sonia and his mom, Queen Athena or something. I can't remember her name. In fact, it was actually real hard for me to even know her name, so you don't mention it that often. They don't mention it that often. So yeah. That's how I kind of know that it's the underground storyline instead of the normal storylines they kind of get off of from like other stuff. And hang on, I have to do it first. Hang on a minute. Sorry. I deal with risk. Like for those kinds of comics, you have to like know the storyline. Is what storyline are you technically getting it off of? Hey yeah! Oh, I hit him on the head. That's cool. That's actually gonna go. Anyways, there's like a few things like they could have chosen a different storyline, like the Sonic the Hedgehog show, like the actual Sonic the Hedgehog, and like a little show that they had. I'm pretty sure that one was made when they didn't have Sonic Boom at that time, so that was out. They could have used like any other kind of Sonic storyline, or even made their own, like Murder Me did. And Xylocade did with their comic Murder Me. Well, Murder of Me. But you get what I'm trying to say. To where like each person that actually make those little comics, they take it off of a storyline and try to progress it. Toilet paper. Okay, just set you down there. That's awkward, but okay. It also makes a lot of sense since I saw how chubby they were. Yeah. Like I said, they all come down to a storyline, and they're all progressions of it. To where Murder of Me, it's their own. It's not a progression. It's just their own storyline. They made their own storyline. That's all they did. They just took concepts and ideas from other ones and then just changed it. That's all they did. Technically, I guess a good job to them because they did a really good job. And the story is really amazing. Like, you have to watch it for yourself or watch them for yourself. It's so amazingly well done. And the voice actors that they use for each of the characters is so so well done. Like, it's not a custom mic filter or anything. It's literally them changing their voice. Like, when Shadow and Xylo played Bendy, some of their progress got deleted. Or it glitched out and made it deleted. And so then they redid it, got back to where they were, but not as the character. And they even played Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, but it was hard for him to stay in character, and, well, I think it actually would have been good if they did it as Silver and Shadow doing it along with Xylo, since that Silver and Xylo played Five Nights at Freddy's, the first game. First Five Nights at Freddy's game, they played it. So, I mean, and they had Shadow in on, like, the fourth night, they added him in. And he actually got to do the fifth night, which was actually really handy. That's why he said, Shadow can help me, that's why he said that. Because I knew he was good. That's why he said that. And, well, Aaron and Ian can actually get to the world whenever they want. So, yeah. So that, they're able to jump worlds. Oops, sorry. And so can PJ, which is Paper Jam, just so you know, and their kids. So, yeah, I know they can. So I'm kind of going like on a tangent about this stuff, but you can't exactly blame me. I'm going to keep dying here, so I'm just going to leave it here for now. So yeah, see y'all, and hopefully I made sense of what I was saying. Because like to those people that don't exactly know much about it, it's kind of hard to understand things. And like I said, I'm a huge Sega fan, so this stuff is like kind of hard for me to avoid. And it's kind of hard for me not to watch the Xylo Cave quite often. Since they played Help Wanted, Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. I was kind of just like, you could stay in character somewhat easily since you did the same thing and you played it on the computer. Sometimes I was just kind of like, you could just have Silver, Xylo, and Shadow. And, Silver's playing it, or you could have Shadow playing it, or they could take turns playing it. And then they watch on a screen what the other's seeing, or at least whichever one's playing the scene. And I know it'd be hard to stay, like, in character for some parts, but it would be perfect if they had it as Silver, and he got scared all the time. That was perfect. So into the comic, he's like kind of brave, mostly, but in the show he's kind of a coward. And they're going by the show instead of the comics, so that means Silver is a coward. So that means getting scared would be Silver's part. And, Shadow, if he has to play it from time to time, well, he did kind of get scared a few times, and he did jump, like, twice, I think. I don't know how many times he got scared while playing Bendy, but it was still hilarious, in a way. So he jumped slightly, and so I was like, did you just jump? And he was like, no, I don't jump. And I was like, what about those rings in here? Like, yes, those you have to jump for. But I didn't jump, like, I was scared. That was hilarious. Since I actually want to see them do it. I actually want to see the Xylo Cave do it again, just to see them do it as that, because it'll be hilarious. Or have them like do turns through nights, like Shadow could do night, or games, like, so that Help Wanted is like several games in one. So I mean, Shadow could do night 1, and Xylo or Silver could do night 2, and then whichever one's left could do game. Sorry, but they could do it as like the games or the nights, and to take turns during each night. Or like when one dies, they switch out. And then you could have like Sonic in the mix if you want to add like more. That would be amazing. I'm just putting ideas out there. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'll see you later. Like, comment, subscribe. See ya.